Hello. 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 Hello, dear student. My voice is audible. Please confirm me once. Hello. Hello. Hello, dear student. My voice is audible or not? Please confirm me once in the chat box. Okay. Very good. Very good, Bubbly. Very good evening, Bubbly. Dear student, just give me 1 minute. I'm just yes. So, dear student, very good evening to all of you. Uh, and today we are going to see about 16th July Odisha-specific newspaper analysis. So here we are going to see all the important news of from the Odisha. And dear student, if you want to download this PDF, you can simply scan this QR code to download our application. In that application, there is a section called infographics. Within the OPSC, there is a section called infographics. You can download our applications. Okay? You can join our Telegram as well. And those who are using iOS device, that is iPad or iOS device, you can use Class Plus application and use org code PKRMJ to download our application and get everything. So first important news of the day, the FM victim dads blame the internal complaint committee and BJP for the judicial probe. So BJD demands for the judicial probe. So first is about internal complaint committee. So what is the father of the deceased student is saying? The father of the 20-year-old deceased student of FM Autonomous College held the member of the college internal complaint committee solely responsible for his daughter death by self-immolation. So already I've told you in the past days that there is a POSH Act. So what is the full form of POSH? So it is Prevention of Sexual Harassment at Workplace Act, that is 2013. We have been enacted in 2013. Main objective of this POSH Act is to prevent the sexual harassment at the workplace. So under this POSH Act, so each and every organization need to establish an internal complaint committee. So in case of any sexual violence complaint, so that committee need to investigate, and if this committee found that person is involved in the sexual harassment, then it can recommend for filing FIR with the police. So then police can take action. Then the department can also, like here in this case, it can recommend the principal to removal of this president, removal of this HOD. So they can recommend to the government for their removals. Okay? So he alleged that the ICC Internal Complaint Committee member prepared a biased report following her complaint of sexual harassment by professor, prompting her to set herself on the fire, because no one can commit such a crime unless otherwise there is so much of compelling reason for that. So based on the internal complaint committee report, the principal told my daughter that she was at the fault and may be punished for making false allegation against the teacher, who is head of the education department. So here you can see that there is a conspiracy, or even in our society it is the victim. It is the victim. ଯିଏ ଆମର ସଫର ହଉଛନ୍ତି ତାଙ୍କୁ ଆମେ ବ୍ଲେମ୍ କରୁଛନ୍ତି, ନା କି ଯିଏ ଗଲତି କରୁଛନ୍ତି ତାଙ୍କୁ ଆମେ ବ୍ଲେମ୍ କରୁନାହାନ୍ତି. This is what the wrong value. Why in our society crime against women are rising very fast? Because if any crime is happening, those who are involved, we don't boycott them. We don't boycott this male member, those who are involved, but simply glorify, we just simply give all the blame to the lady. See, that is the reason. There is no other option but to commit the suicide. Okay? So next important article of the day. So this is a very sad incident. If possible, you can just read it out, because I'm expecting a question on case study also. So because in Odisha there are so many the violence against women is rising very fast. So they can ask about, let's say you are the SDM or DM a particular district, and district you have recently seen that there is rising drastic number of violence against women, particularly rape, sexual violence, and some of them are also kill themselves. So in that situation, what kind of step you are going to take as a DM or as a SDM or as a, let's say, the Tehsildar or jo bhi ho? So what kind of step you are going to take to tackle this crisis? So here you can see the CM announced ex gratia amount of 20 lakh. So because to pay the compensation for loss of life. Okay. So here you need to understand what kind of steps you need to take. You need to create awareness. You need to create education. You need to ensure that there should be internal complaint committee. You need to create, involve the society. You need to create awareness in the society that instead of blaming the girl in this case, we should blame the HOD. We should blame the principal for such act. But we are not doing now. Not doing before. Once the crime became sensationalized, it became a national news. We are starting blame this. We are blaming this principal and HOD. Why we are not able to blame at the starting moment? If we have started blaming at that moment, you can prevent this loss. Na? That is what the fault lies in our society. So why this the student like commit that suicide? Because there is no other option. Student know that society will blame that blame that girl, that it is responsible to the girl. Girl need to behave in a particular way. So everyone actually blames the female member. They don't concern about they always find it is the responsibility of the female. They should behave in a responsible way. They don't say about those who are perpetrator, those who are exploitator, they should behave in a way. Okay. So this is a very good case study. They can ask in your examination. So please read it very well. So you need to collect all this fact. You need to know about what are the procedure, how you can going to create awareness to reduce the crime against women. Okay. So next is snakes are critical to the environment health. Yes, definitely. You know that there is a food chain. Food chain at the bottom is grass, then grasshopper, then grasshopper is eaten by snake, then hawk. So if you eliminate this snake, then there is a rising population of the grasshopper, rat, rodent. So they will cause damage to our crop. Na? So if they will cause damage to our crop, so we'll face food shortage. Na? So we can say each and every organism in our environment, they are is having unique role. Okay. So they are very much importance for ecological significance. So India is home to the at least 367 taxes of snake, out of which 81 considered to be potentially dangerous. In Odisha, 76 species have been identified and recorded so far, with 28 of them are being venomous. So out of 76 species, you can see about 1/3 only venomous. Okay, but whenever we see any snake, we simply kill that. So that is what very wrong. So most of us get scared by hearing the name of the snakes. Okay, because these snakes, because of this produces sound. The sound are actually their defensive mechanism. Snakes don't want to bite. Before bite, they create this sound so that those who are potential threat, they can run away. Just like we people are run away from the snake. So these snakes are very much important for our environment. So because they are part of the environment. So if we preserve our snakes, so we'll preserve our environment. So dear student, good morning to everyone once again. So hope you all are doing well. So next is in our OPSC main, so there is a topics role of the NGO. So you can talk about Sathi Parivar. So it's an NGO working for protection of the snakes. Sathi Parivar. So you can note them down. So an organization dedicated to rescue and conservation of the snakes has been continuously working, bridge the gap between snakes and human by spreading the awareness. Why people are killing the moment they are seeing the snake? Because we don't have any awareness. We simply believe that snake means they're very dangerous. They can hit anyone. They can bite anyone. They can the moment it will bite us, will any person can kill immediately. So that is the reason we are killing them. So once we have the knowledge, we know that snake are very important. They're part of the life, and not as we should know about what kind of measure we should take to prevent the snake bites. Na? So shedding light on the contribution of snakes to maintaining the process of food chain, an organization president said that. So we all knew that mouse and shrew eat crops, but snake prevent this. So they play key role in neutralizing the rodent population by eating them from the farmland. So without snake, we can say there will be rapid rise in the population of rat, shrew. So shrew means जो आप चुचुंद्रा, चुचुंद्रा नहीं, चुचुंद्रा टाइप जो मुंह नथा है कि शिरू मुहटा हो जेमती बड़ थिवो, but rat रो मुहटा बड़ नथा है. So they will damage the crop. So if you protect the snake, then you will automatically protect your agriculture. Na? So Pradhan stated that the lot of lives are lost due to snake bites due to practice of superstition. So why so many people are dying? Because the moment there is a snake bite, we need to immediately rush to the hospital. But what we'll do, we'll immediately go to the snake charmer. So when snake charmer give us a jadi butti. And we believe that by eating that jadi buti, that person will be cured from the snake bite. Okay. So people living in the remote area resorted to superstitions practice instead of taking to the snake bite patient to the hospital. If proper and timely treatment is not given to such patient, many life may be killed or can be saved. So government must ensure running more awareness program in this area. So we need to identify the hotspot where more people are dying because of snake bites, and we need to establish more hospital with proper anti venom there. So the moment even I think Odisha has been doing very well. You can immediately call an ambulance and get reach to the hospital immediately. That person should be started treatment. So we can save a lot of snake bite instead of going to the snake charmer. Once people are aware, so they will not kill the snakes. So snake venom are used to prepare medicine for many critical diseases like cancer and others. So there can be a question: snake venom can be used for what kind of activity? So you can talk about snake venom can be used for making cancer and other drug as well. So due to urbanization, the reptiles unable to live in natural and habitat, and sometimes they enter into the homes. So rather than killing them, people should alert the snake helpline organization and so that they can be rescued. So why snake is a cold-blooded animal? So it's it cannot control its body temperature just like we people. So the moment it feel rain, the moment it feel too much of hot, so like cold, they immediately rush to the human habitation because we are having warm blood. So that is the reason snake are always living very close to the human being. So you can see here India is home to the at least 367 Texas of snake, out of which potentially danger. So only 81 are the potential danger. So in Odisha also 76 species of snakes found. Out of them only 28 are venomous. So however, it is important to note that only 5 to 6 species are responsible for maximum number of snake bite death. So though there are around 28 species, but only 5 to 6 they are responsible for more number of death. So there are spectacled cobra. Here it is given the image. So you can see here there is a chasma wali is na. Spectacled cobra. So this is what called monoclad cobra. Then this is called common krait. Common krait, or this is also called silent killer. This is also called as Russell Viper, and this is king cobra. You can see here it is most powerful called king cobra. Okay. So so here it is given. So big four venomous snake, Odisha can also consider uncommon. So Mahabharata states that we need to have one nation, one compensation. So that means in case of any person who are dying because of snake bite, we need to immediate compensate their family so that so that there will be at least we prevent the you can say the pulling of the family to the prey of poverty, all these things. So victim can be avail free treatment and receive financial assistance for snake bite. So we need to say that whenever any snake bite, it's free to all, and all treatment are bear by the government. So then only we can prevent all the snake bite. Now, as snakes are cold-blooded animals, they are attracted to the heat. During rainy, they are get attracted to the heat produced by the humans and take shelter near human habitation. The people in rural area mostly sleep on the floor. Their movement allowed the snakes. Considered it as a danger, they can bite people merely act as defense. So they don't bite on the intentionally. Na? So generally to prevent the snake bite, it is generally recommended to sleep on the bed. Using mosquito net can also prevent. If you are using mosquito net, you can prevent the entry of the snake within your sleeping area. You are also going to collect forest the produce. So you need to wear a ankle level shoes so that snake cannot be bite properly. So highlighting the importance of snake venom in preparation of medicine. So there are a number of medicine that we are preparing. So if a person get bitten by a cobra, venom from the same species is used to as an anti-venom. So snake are treated with anti-venom is made from the snake venom. So that is the reason snake are very important, not only from the perspective of environment, from the perspective of human health. It can be used to create a lot of medicine also. So it is our responsibility to not to kill any snake. Rather, we need to rescue them and protect their habitat also. So next important article is survival hope for the wild dog, Debriga. Debriga. So the wild dog is also called as dhole. You can see here. So it is in IUCN endangered list. And Wildlife Protection Act Schedule 1 animal. So they can ask in your examination what is the IUCN status, what is the Wildlife Protection Act status. So you just note them down. So in a significant milestone, wildlife conservation at Debriga Wildlife Sanctuary. So you need to study about Debriga Wildlife Sanctuary, location, So I'm actually planning to make a Odisha specific content in detail. So like we are just planning. So if it is possible, we'll upload everything in our website so that you can collect everything from there also. So, the very good wildlife sanctuary. So, breeding pair of the endangered wild dog are found. Also known as ढोल. So, उसको हम क्या बोलते हैं? ढोल बोलते हैं और क्या बोलते हैं? बालुआ कुकुरा. In Odia, we call Balua Kukura Odia. So recorded. So this mark hopeful trekking and coming over a decade's absence of year. So now this animal are finding. So this dhol, how they are traveling, they are not single animal. So they move in a packed and they attack the any animal in the together like 6 7 dhol. They attack together a big prey and they eat that animal alive. They don't kill anyone. Like they don't kill. They simply eat that alive. So that is what the ferocious nature of them. So you can see here the very good once again supported resident pack of endangered scheduled one species whose global population is estimated to 5,000 only. So the very good prey base appear strong and with rising population of sambar, cheetal, wild boar and other small mammals ideal for sustaining training wild dog pack while India bison are present in good number. They are rarely targeted by the wild dog because wild bison they are big size. So bull or the Indian dog they don't target them. So the very good sanctuary currently lack apex predator like tiger, cheetah or like that. So after last resident male migrated to the Chhattisgarh Kodarma sanctuary. So expert noted that wild dog, which are social pack of animal, that means they travel with a 5 to 6 animal together, not individual. Struggle to survive as a lone. So individual in territory dominated by competition, carnivorous, solitary animal. So upon get excluded from the prime hunting base. So because they are moving in it together like 5 to 6 package. If there is only wild one dog, so it is very difficult for them to survive. So that is what it is talking about. So please read them out. You'll understand a lot. So dear students, those who want to join our OPSC prelims test series, you can scan the QR code and join our application. If you want to know about details, so you can contact our team. You can contact me also. So next important article is South Africa farm plant wind turbine in Odisha. So you know that in Odisha. So if you look into the map of Odisha, so it's a large coastal line for 80 kilometers. And coastal line is known for its high wind speed. So that can be tap for generation of wind energy. We are also having barren hill also here. So that hill can also use to generate the wind power. So that is what government is planning. So South African company, Eveready, that is the battery company. I think you all know. We are using Eveready battery in our torch. छोटे पिला आम बैटरी यूज करथुलु जो टॉर्च विथ ना एवरेडी बैटरी ओके so South Africa company Eveready has shown interest in setting up wind turbine in selected district of Odisha. So Odisha with its long coastline and barren hilltop is well positioned to expand renewable energy footprint. So we are having huge potential. We need to tap that towards achieving its renewable targets of both wind and solar power by utilizing natural resources including long coastline and barren hilltop. So whenever you are talking about potential, talk about both the coastal line and barren hilltop. That means hilltop without having any tree or any population. The aim is to achieve 50% of country install electric power capacity from non-fossil fuel by 2030 and net zero by 2070. So recently today also it is published by the government that we have already achieved 50% of our energy from renewable sources. So today only we have achieved that 50% of our energy produced from renewable sources. So this is very good achievement for us. So next important article is mass protest in the capital over Vedanta mining. So what happening? Large scale protest erupted in Bhubaneswar Thursday as different people are opposing. What opposing the Vedanta ecological sensitive Siji Mali region of Odisha. So whenever you are talking about how industry is damaging to the you can say the ecosystem, how industry led to the displacement of the tribal people, how why tribal people joining with the left wing extremism. You can talk about all these things. Now you can talk about all this mining and their displacement. So which is very important for your mains. Okay. So you can talk about CG Mali region of Odisha. The protesters accused the state government of suppressing local opposition and enabling the corporate exploitation at the expense of the tribal community and environment. That means government is giving a favor to the corporate and exploiting the tribals and environments. So demonstrator demand the revocation of mining lease that is given to the, the protesters, they demand that the mining lease that is given to the Vedanta should be withdrawn, and citing lack of consent from the Gram Sabha, a violation of the constitutional and legal safeguard of Adivasi right. The Forest Right Act 2006 is talking about if any development that is going to happen within the forest area, even the PESA also provision of expansion of the schedule area, provision of expansion of panchayat into the schedule area. This is what called PESA Act. Also talking about, for any sort of, developmental activity or mining, there is need the consent of the Gram Sabha. But here they are simply violating that norm and divert the consent of the Gram Sabha and given permissions to the Vedant. So that is the reason protest is going on. So Adivasi, Dalit and poor rural community in Sijimali area are under threat of displacement with their land, water, forest, and livelihood at risk due to mining operation. They also voice support for grassroots movement like Ma Mati Mali Suraksha Manch. So here you can talk about the Ma Mati Mali Suraksha Manch is an NGO or civil society organization. NGO or civil society organization work for the environmental protection. So there is a particular topics or there is a particular syllabus that is mentioned in your syllabus, that role of civil society organization NGO. So you can talk about it now. So next, this is the article all about. So just note them down. So it is very important. So World Youth Skill Day. So committed to build future ready talent. So the Odisha government is firmly committed to developing future ready talent capable of thriving in digital era, said the Industry and Skill Development Education Ministry Sampath Charan Swai. So he was speaking to the World Youth Skill Day 2025. So World Skill Center. So World Skill Center is located at what location? Tell me in the comment box. So World Skill Center is located at which region of India? World Skill Center. Please comment in the comment box. So let me see how many of you know that. So Swai held that the new policy launch, AI policy launched by the Odisha government is a visionary roadmap for inclusive and transformative application of artificial intelligence across the governance and education industry. So whenever you are talking about what are the steps taken by the government of Odisha for promotion of AI, we can talk about AI policy. So here the Odisha government given a clear guideline what our objective and what kind of objective or what are the mission and what is the way we are going to achieve. So that motivate everyone to achieve that. Na? So next one is modern technology changing the life, but be aware of their misuse. So at Ravenshaw University, 13th annual convention, President Murmuji allowed the veracity use of advanced technology. So President Draupadi Murmuji said that advanced technology have brought vast changing the people thinking and working style, but advised them to be careful about the misuse of artificial intelligence, machine learning. So that because of this AI, ML, so now it is quite easy for you to access the information, for you to know about all these things, and it is quite easy for us also. So I'm working a lot in AI, so I know how my work has been. Whatever I'm doing before AI, now it is 4x, 5x time. So we can say that definitely it is helping a lot. So this is a era of science and technology. So artificial intelligence, machine learning, 3D printing, cloud computing have brought about a vast change in our thinking and working style. So please note them down. So if you are talking about emerging technology, you need to talk about all these things. AI, ML, machine learning, 3D printing. So whenever you are talking about emerging technology, you should talk about all these things. Okay, not the only one aspect. Okay, and all be careful about the misuse of the technology. So we know that how technology is being misused for stealing the money of poor people, be that cyber crime, or AI can be used for creating fake video, creating nudity video. I think you know that there is a video that is being circulated about Rasmika Mandana, fake video of Rasmika Mandana. That kind of things can also be possible. Yes, dear student, this is all about today news. So, dear student, if you want to join our, if you want to this PDF, you can simply scan this QR code. You will find in our application. So you can download not the today PDF, all the past PDF also. So, dear student, if you like this video, please like, subscribe to this channel, and please share this link with your friends so that maximum number of students can benefit. And please comment in the comment box if you want any kind of improvement, suggestion, whatsoever maybe. Please always put that in comment box. We'll definitely address that. And please like and subscribe once again, because your like, subscription, that is really motivate us to provide high quality content. Okay, dear student. Chaliye, bye bye. Good night.